don't know why it had to be tumultuous, but it sure was. It was tumultuous enough to give me a headache, actually. I was getting pretty frustrated there. Yes, I said frustrated. Kind of a marriage between flustered and frustrated, so it's frustrated. Trying to get fuel. It's just kind of one of those things, you know. I actually ended up with all day yesterday just kind of hanging out over the Flying J's. Not doing anything, you know. I mean, I got some laundry done, and, you know, whatever. Just kind of hung out in the rack and, you know, watched videos on YouTube, movies on YouTube, and stuff like that. Kind of waiting, you know, kind of just sitting around waiting on call. And the call never came. So, you know, I ended up going to bed. And, whatever. And then this morning got a call at like, whatever, I think 9:40 local time that trailer was ready for me to pick up at 10. So I basically had to hop to it real quick as I could, and get my butt over to Amazon and pick up this empty trailer. And then, you know, from there, basically what I'm doing is, you know, so that was a Amazon over there in Humble, Texas, and I'm being routed up to what is it? Up towards Dallas. What the heck is the name of it? Yeah, okay, Grapevine, Texas. As I said, it's just kind of on the outskirts of Dallas there. Probably within the county, you know, boundaries or whatever Dallas is in, I guess. I don't know. So that's where I'm headed now. And well, by the way, let me go ahead and do a check-in here. So we're at Sunday, August 30th. The local time is 1:47 p.m. Current temperature outside is humid 97 degrees. And I am northbound on I-45. Nice when I can bring this puppy up to speed. Always makes me feel better. So yeah, anyhow, where was I? Headed up to Grapevine with an empty trailer. And so yeah, so yesterday, geez, just hung out in the rack all day basically. Like I said, got some laundry done, waiting on a call, you know, to see if we were going to get any work. And I guess, you know, so it didn't work out. Got the call this morning, 9:40. Pick up this trailer at 10, so went and did that. And so the thing is you know, yesterday early morning hours, you know, I think it was midnight that I ended up heading on out of the Pineville area in Louisiana. Started, got underway, and I was at just about a quarter tank of fuel, like I mentioned, I think. And so I knew, okay, well, I'm headed down towards Houston, so I figured there's going to be fuel down that way, but I'll look for fuel on the way, and there wasn't any. And so, the way this is set up, our fuel card is, we can only fuel up at, certain locations, right? And those locations are, the TAs and the Petros, but not Flying J's, not Loves, not Pilot. So, wow, okay, so now we're coming down to 65? Well, nah, maybe not. And then other locations that are kind of like, smaller entities, not big major corporate entities. Yeah, and those are, I actually have a book that I carry with me here in the truck that, lets me know, where I can fuel in a particular city, in a particular state. And so I knew on my way into Houston or to Humboldt that there was a TA about 35 or 40 miles outside, or down, actually kind of right there near downtown Houston, that was over on Interstate 10. But to get there, I would have had to travel south on 45 and then east on 10 to get to it. And besides that, there wasn't much else, in any given direction. So I was taking the chance that, well, hopefully, when I do get dispatched, that it'll be in the location of someplace to fuel. And so when I got the dispatch this morning, it turned out that it was in the completely opposite direction, and there was no place to fuel, not one of these major ones, on the way up towards Dallas. So I, opened up the book, and I'm sitting there looking for places to fuel, and I couldn't find anything that was anywhere nearby except for about 27 miles south, from where I was getting ready to get on 45 North, headed towards Dallas. And, told the boss, I was like, hey, I need a place to fuel, because he'll do that, if you need something, you're on the road and you're having difficulty finding it, he'll take a minute and find it for you, because, it's obvious, when you're driving, you can't really, focus a whole bunch of attention on it, which is the situation I was in. And so he wasn't getting back to me. So I was like, well, I guess I'm just gonna have to start driving south, which is what I did. And here I am with this empty trailer, and on this app that I have, and on some of these trailers, you're tracked. They track you. And so he must have gotten an alert saying that I was headed the wrong direction or something, I'm guessing. And so he called me. He called me as soon as I had gotten like 10 miles headed in the wrong direction. And I told him what's going on. And so then he sent me to this one fuel location, one of these smaller businesses. And for some reason, I think that was in my last video, I was pretty upset, using some harsh language there, because the pumps weren't working. I got my DEF, my diesel exhaust fuel, but the diesel pump was not. It just wouldn't work. I don't know why. And I was going back and forth and wasted a whole bunch of time, and I was getting really frustrated there. So I called him. I was like, man, I don't know what's going on. So he routed me into another location that was actually heading back up north in the correct direction. And so I pulled in over there and managed to get myself topped off. And I'll tell you, I don't know. I was watching this gauge go down, you know, because I was below a quarter tank at that point, and the gauge kept on going back and forth as, you know, the fuel would swoosh around, and it was dropping closer and closer down to E, and I'm just going, oh my God, you gotta be kidding me, man. I can't believe I'm in this position here. You know, we're getting close to running out of fuel. So I was of the understanding that I have two 75-gallon tanks for 150 gallons total. And when I just fueled up just now, I put in 160 gallons. So there you go. So, yeah, by the hair on my chinny chin chin. But I guess, you know, the positive out of that was, you know, I put in 160 gallons, and it was only like $1.75 per gallon versus $3 per gallon. So actually, I just saved money. Yeah, I'll look at it like that. What the heck? I can look at it that way. Of course, I wasted time, but you know, whatever, time is money. So maybe it balances out. Maybe it's even Steven. I don't know. Yep. So yeah, here we are headed northbound on I-45, and currently, let's see, we are in what we're calling Huntsville, Texas, and I got 198 miles to go. My ETA should be about 440, 445, something like that. And then from there, we'll see what happens. Hopefully, they'll have another load ready for me, because I do not like spending time in Dallas. I just don't. I just really, really don't. Yep. It's like I think I've mentioned before, people in Texas, they got their own thing going on out here, that's for sure. And the way people drive out here, they are aggressive, you know. So if, like I've said before, you got to be on your game out here, because people do not wait for you. They expect you to get going and move and not hold them up. And yeah, it's serious. Check this out. Look at this big old statue up here on the right. What the hell is this? This must be some New World Order shit coming up here on the right. You gotta look at this. Okay, so who's that? I mean, that looks new. Uh-huh. Sam Houston. Houston, all right. I guess he's the namesake for Houston, Texas, I guess. Sam Houston. Him and his staff. Which reminds me, as I said the other day, I got some stuff to talk about, boy. All right. Better wrap it up, so I'll see